I just wanted to start by saying thank you for being patient with me while I sort all this stuff out. It's been a long few weeks with a ton of changes in my personal life and in my professional life. I've tried to stay active on my Facebook page, and I've added a group on Facebook so that everybody can participate in discussions. I want everyone to know that I'm available anytime, whether it's for topics on this channel or just in general, about life, kids, food, movies, music, drama, stress, anything. I'm always available to get a hold of, and that being said, I do work nights, so I am mostly available late evening into the morning. I hope to get much more content on the Facebook group. I think it'll be a fun way to interact. I have a car. It's a really wonderful little car, probably the smallest car I've ever owned, but it's great on fuel and gets me to where I need to go. Tony is doing great. She's maintaining her grades. She's moving forward as the school year quickly ends. I really am proud of her for sticking in there and doing what she's doing. These last few weeks I've really felt the adoption, or me adopting to the changes in technology that I've had to face. Losing my phone back in November seriously hindered my ability to life. It took away so many things I'd grown accustomed to. I did not lose my phone because I was unable to pay for it. I lost my phone because somebody on my plan decided it would be a good idea to port the lines from one plan to another carrier, forcing me to pay for her phones all up front, all at one time. This brought an immediate bill of upwards of over $2,000 that I had to purely pay outright, and I was unable to, so the phones got shut off. The carrier I was on refused to work with me, keep the other lines on while I paid this amount down. I tried everything. I tried talking to people for a loan. I tried talking to the carrier about breaking it up into manageable payments. I even tried starting a GoFundMe campaign, which was successful only in that it did not even raise a single penny. So, I was forced to get a prepaid phone with limited data until I could get this all sorted out. In the process, I lost my high definition camera, I lost my meal tracker and calorie counter, I lost my step counter, my workout planner, my access to social media, my ability to stay up on current events, my ability to listen to music, mostly because my selection is so broad that I listen to literally everything from ABBA to Zappa. I own literally thousands of CDs spanning everything from World War II era music to acid rock, trip hop, and I listen to it all. I can't stand the radio or TV. Fun fact, I don't even watch cable. Mostly because their format doesn't work for me. 6 minutes of music, 30 minutes of ads, or in the case of TV, it's honestly 15 to 20 minutes of ads for every hour of airtime, which is purely ridiculous. At work, I used to be able to bring almost anything up on YouTube or Pandora and drive to my little heart's content, learning whatever it was that I was interested in or whatever music I wanted to listen to. Just for an example, check out the Immigrant Song by Soak. If you like Zeppelin, you'll love this. You'll thank me later. Another fun fact, if I'm not researching something or if I lose my ability to research, I kind of get really down. I see myself as a professional student, so these last few months have been really kind of long and dark sometimes. Having to make a mental note of I have to look that up when I get home, and then getting home and forgetting what it was that I was thinking of looking up is just daunting to me. For example, there may be a connection between the earlier onset of puberty compared to history with juvenile male incarceration seeming to get younger and younger. I'm not convinced that the country is doing research to point this out and make the necessary changes. Or tonight's journey journey was researching the influence of music from Jamaica, Trinidad, and Tobago, and what it brought to early American culture. Only discover that before Farrakhan started his career with the Nation of Islam, he was performing calypso music at Jewish holiday resorts under the name of the Charmer. And yes, he was a very successful musician, scoring many albums on the top 10 charts at the time. Yep, I blew both gigs of data for the entire month just on that one fact alone. Oh, and good news and bad news all wrapped up into one. My hours got cut at work. This is good news because it gives me more time to do YouTube videos. It's bad news because I seriously could not afford the cut in pay. It was even done in a way that really didn't give me more time off, just made it seem like it on a piece of paper. My hours were cut 20%, which is pretty close to an entire shift a week. Great, right? An extra night off to get a video out. Nope. An hour was taken off the front of my shift and a half-ish hour off the back end of my shift, giving the appearance on paper of extra time off, but in reality not giving me any benefit from the cut hours other than getting me home only slightly earlier. And honestly, with this job, you don't feel the extra half hour being taken off the back of your shift. You work just as hard throughout the entirety of your shift, whether you work 12 hours or 6, because some parts of my job are genuinely life or death. It's not the physical exertion that gets you. It's the mental, emotional aspects of the job that wear you down throughout the night. There are people doing my job in other cities that are getting violently attacked at red lights. So dropping your guard even for a moment can literally lead to you not going home at the end of your shift. And it's that constant focus that wears you down. Counting cars, counting people, checking people at stores you stop at, looking for visible weapons, checking out cars, looking at occupants of vehicles at red lights, making sure people actually stop at a red light before you proceed through the intersection, keeping your ears trained to pick up people walking behind you. If you're not exhausted by the end of your shift, you need to quit because you're getting complacent, and complacency equals injury or death. So I really don't feel the extra time off that I've been given. So, what have I been doing to change all this? I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to keep on YouTube, and I'm going to keep making videos. I'm working to find a format that works for me. Tonight's was reading from a script. I've done one video where it was a Skype call. I've done voiceovers. I'm trying to find the format that works for me, that makes me as comfortable as possible. Watching myself on a camera, talking to myself feels really weird, like I'm just rambling on and on and on. I want to start hitting the gym and doing more update videos. With this 20% cut in pay, it seems like a gym membership is so far away now, though. But that is where my muscle gains and fat loss is going to come from. I'm losing weight, it's just going slowly right now. I think I'm actually down like 2.5 pounds over 3 weeks. And I attribute that to the fact that I can't really track my walking anymore, and I don't have a gym membership to keep me going every day. Walking is fine, and I can walk and walk and walk, seriously miles and miles. But we really underestimate the amount of work we do in a day, and I'm falling into that trap. I have revamped my Patreon. I'm trying to get more people to move over there. I've included some benefits, not putting anything behind a paywall. I'm adding benefits that do not require paying extra for extra content. I've set up a challenge of sorts, though. If I can get up to 50 patrons, yeah, because I can't talk. If I can get up to 50 patrons, I will do a no-holds-barred AMA. An AMA, if you're not familiar with it, is an Ask Me Anything. I'll put a post on my Patreon page and ask people for questions. They have to be family friendly, obviously. And I'll answer them honestly in a video, and I'll post it on YouTube. So go on over and check it out. If you can't help out, I get it. I completely understand. If you can, then that would simply be amazing. It would help out so much. My personal goal above the 50 patrons is if I can get 2 people to sign up for the gym support tier on Patreon, I will do 50, yeah, because that would be insane. I will do 5 videos a week regarding weight loss and my adventure to the gym for an entire month, with daily weigh-ins and daily progress. After that, I'll drop back to the once a week format for the workout Wednesdays, and maybe, just maybe, if I can get 100 patrons, I will think about making some people very happy, and you know who you are, by recording me singing a song and posting it somewhere online where I won't get slammed for copyright infringement. Maybe. Yep, that's a bribe. I think I've covered about everything, so I will wrap this up. Go check out my Patreon, find the Facebook. It's Purple Bubble. I'll see you next time.